All right, time now for All Things Gators, All Things Orange and Blue. Dan Hicken and Frank Frangie. What's up, Hick?
I'm doing great, Frank, and thank you, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, the best in the business, se-ortho.com, for all your orthopedic needs in Jacksonville, FLA. We got some movement. We got some player things going on.
You were upset about that. So you said the visits are nice. I need some commitments. And I said, because I'm a calming influence.
Yes.
I'm sort of your mentor.
Yes.
I said, calm down.
Older.
I'm an older. You look to me for wisdom.
Yeah.
Hey, they did come in. If you get enough visits, Dan, I'm serious about this.
Yeah.
What Dan Mullen and McElwain did, not enough people they weren't coming to the party. You and I've had this talk.
Right.
They weren't coming. If enough people come to the party, you're going to get some of them, and they're starting to.
Well, they are, and they put some roots into Jacksonville, which is nice. And look, we're in Jacksonville, so we know some of the programs around here, and Trinity Christian has been a powerhouse. Well, now, Florida's gotten 3 kids from there in the last couple years, but getting Trayon Webb is a huge get for Florida football. And again, not knowing what kind of player he's going to be, how it's going to translate. Look, it's all a guessing game, but that was big. They got a quarterback, which was huge for 2023 because they needed a quarterback. And Marcus Stokes is a kid who really came on last year. For those who don't know much about him, he went to Nice High School, same high school as Tim Tebow, by the way. But Marcus Stokes is a kid who put a little weight on and is known as being a very accurate thrower of the football. So I'll be curious to see how that translates to the college level as well. And then, of course, Florida went and got a 4-star receiver last week too. So good stuff. Much needed, Frank.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. The Jacksonville area has been good to him. Sharif Denson from nearby
Sharif
St.
Denson
Johns
also,
County.
Bartram Trail.
Obviously, Trayon Webb. I'll tell you this about Marcus Stokes, and I might be wrong about this, but well before he committed, we kind of had a running joke on our show, on a radio show. I said, okay, I've seen the kid's tape. He's going to Penn State. I'm starting a personal NIL. Okay, we're going to put up $20. Okay, and if my $20 it can help get him in. And someone said, well, you can't do that. It can't be a recruiting enticement. Okay, so I'll hold my 20 till he's there.
Yeah.
Then we give him $20. But joking aside, I watched a lot, and I don't watch their I'd be lying if I said I watched the recruits tape. I don't. Back in the day when we covered it, I did. I don't. I'm not going to make it up that I did. But I've watched this kid's tape, and I fell into it a year ago. Our friend Denny Thompson trains him, but that's not why. I don't know how I saw it, and I thought, wow, he's really good. And I thought, okay, so I asked other people about him. They say, hey, to your point, undersized, gained some weight. He's good. Yeah. I mean, I think Marcus Stokes is going to be their quarterback at some point. I mean, Max Brown, they signed him last year. He's an athletic kid, baseball, football guy, good athlete. Jack Miller was the transfer that's going to back up Richardson this year. But I'll bet you Marcus Stokes at some point is the Florida quarterback. How good he'll be out. I mean, that's saying something, by the way.
It is.
That I think at some point he'll be the Florida quarterback.
And frankly, if Anthony Richardson has the year that some people think he's going to have,
sooner than later,
the job's going to be open next year.
Yeah.
So it will be interesting going forward. I don't think they're done, obviously, for this year. I'm sure they are. But going forward, they will continue to try to land some marquee quarterbacks. But it was good. It was good for them because, and I said this, and this has been my one criticism thus far of Billy Napier, and because I like everything that he's done, I like the program, and I've got this sense that he has a plan and he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I do too.
But I really struggled with the not competing for the big names in terms of NIL, whether it's legal, illegal, I don't care. But nobody cares. It's open season. And I felt like you're not going to get the players you want to get, the big-time players. And again, Frank, go on 24/7, go on ESPN 300, click on the rated players, and start going down the list of schools. They put the little logos up when they verbally commit, the little logos, Frank. And you got to still, but you want to see your logo.
Yes.
Again, in Florida's heyday, and Spurrier, underrated recruiter, was better than people said.
Totally agree.
Just didn't like it, but did it and was very good at it. Urban, unbelievable, maybe one of the best of all time.
Right.
In their heyday, when you went and you clicked on at the top, there'd be a lot of Gator logos there.
You mean,
Ohio State has 11 of the top 300 right now.
But let me say this. I hear you.
Please do.
But, and I know Mario Cristobal changes this theory a little bit.
Yes.
But he's only been there 6 months.
Right.
And I know Mario has too.
Yeah.
Mario's got more logos. I get it.
Got more logos.
Yeah, but he just, this whole NIL thing is going to change a bunch. It's going to play out.
Yes.
What Billy Napier needed to do, get on campus. The word needed to get out that he was going to build a recruiting corporation. He built a recruiting corporation. He's going to be in this building. He needed to start getting the visits. He needed to get a few commitments out. All that, he's on schedule.
Correct.
This is all on schedule. He wasn't going to...
Don't disagree.
He wasn't going to show up in January and they were going to be Alabama in July. That was never going to happen.
Just buy me 2 players, Frank. That's all I'm trying to tell you. I mean, just all I'm telling you, serious. Buy me 2 of the top 20. Yeah. That is what gets the recruiting buzz going.
But the buzz is going. So they're on schedule. I am thrilled with where, again, let me tell you the biggest part of all this.
Yes, sir.
And Mario's going to find it out and Billy's going to find it out. How good are you on the field?
Right.
What's really going to, how good are you on the field is going to be, because if it looks like you can't coach them, it's going to be hard to keep getting them.
Correct.
I think you can coach them.
Right.
But I'm very happy. I think now on the schedule had to be recruiting corporation, check. Building, well, he inherited that.
Yes.
The building's going to be done, check. Get people to start talking about you and buzzing, check. Get people to start coming to your camps, check. Get people to start coming to your visits, check. When all those, now that everybody's on social and they have their top 10, top 5, top 8, they're making all those.
Yeah.
They're making all the top 10, top 5.
They're getting the visits.
Right. So the next thing is start getting a few of them.
Really, by the way, and again, I think I said this on this podcast a while back. I don't need kids. I love y'all and I love the hype. I don't need your top 10.
Right.
I don't need your top 5.
But they love
top 3, maybe.
They love it, though.
I love the videos.
Yeah. I love what Arch Manning did. Arch Manning said, I'm going to Texas.
Yeah.
I don't need a hat. I don't need a table.
I don't mind the video. If you want to do the video, the school wants to do the video. Yeah. I loved Denson's video.
Yeah, it was really good.
With some of our local guys. Right. That was terrific. Yeah. Quite honestly, I loved Pup Howard's video, but he went to South Carolina.
So recruiting's in a good place.
It's in a good place,
right.
Frank. It needs to be in a great place. Let's not lose sight of that.
All right, I'm with you. And I think,
we got to keep the heat on, is what I'm saying.
They were going to get to good before great. Let's stay on football for a second.
Right.
Next week's the SEC Media Days. I'll be there for the 35th time.
Frank.
I wanted to throw that in.
35. That's halfway to 70.
30.
You think you'll make 70 trips?
I plan to.
Okay.
I'm 63.
And 98 years old, Frank Frangie.
This week is my 31st wedding anniversary.
Congratulations.
And my wife said, "Do you think we'll make 31 more?" I said, "That's 94."
No.
Yes. I plan to go to 90. Why wouldn't I want to go to 94? I love life.
That baby.
I love living. I'm going to 94. I mean, if you don't want to go to 94, that's your choice. I'm going to 94. Okay.
Well, I wish you the best.
I hear people, I don't want to live that long. I do want to live that long. That's an aside, baby. I didn't want to share that with you. But anyway, we're going to SEC Media Days. How do you think the team is going to be perceived? Yeah, the team.
I think the team will be, in fact, I know how the team is going to be perceived.
Okay.
And I will tell you, they're going to be perceived as 7-5, 8-14.
Agreed.
Now they're going to throw one caveat in there.
Right.
Because these are SEC people who follow SEC football. And they're going to throw in this caveat. Unless Anthony Richardson is Cam Newton. Okay. It's going to be real easy.
All right. Where, if you rank 1 through 7, where will they finish in the East? Georgia's obviously 1, then what? How are the voters? Where are they going to
vote them?
Yeah,
3.
I say 4.
Yeah,
I say they're going to go Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Florida. I'll bet you
Tennessee's the hot team.
They're the hot team,
right?
I'll bet you.
Until Florida beats them for the 18th time in 19 years.
But I'll bet you they.
Did I say that?
Yeah. But I'll bet I looked at Lindy's the other day.
Yeah,
got a Lindy's. But remember, I love the magazine days.
Well, you were flying, so you needed something.
Yeah. And I missed the magazine days when there to be 10 of them. You can't even find them anymore. Finally found a Lindy's at Publix.
Who's on the cover?
It was Brenton Cox, I think.
Brenton Cox on the cover.
Yeah.
It's not a good sign.
I think. No
offense, Brenton.
Yeah, no offense to Brenton. Brenton, you're a good player, but yeah, I agree with Dan on this. But anyway, so they rank them 1 through 130.
Yeah.
You know where Florida was?
Oh no.
You want to take a guess?
Yeah.
Take a shot.
We're going to play the clock game here, Frank. I'm going to give you a number. You're going to say higher or lower.
Okay.
47.
Better than that. Higher.
Okay. 40.
Higher.
35.
Higher.
30.
Lower.
32.
Higher.
31.
They were 31st 31st?
That's okay.
I mean,
what do you expect?
Yeah, no,
I'm a little bit pleasantly surprised.
I thought
I went 47.
Yeah, I thought
31st is 8-4, friend.
Yeah. So, but I mean, when is Florida 30? And I looked at. Here's one for you. They do the top 10 of all the positions. Top 10 quarterbacks. Top 10 running backs. Top 10.
Yeah, I like that. Talk to me.
Florida made one. I think Ventrell Miller was like the 8th linebacker.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
That's it.
But that's
it.
That tells you, my friend, the lack of talent on this football team.
Well, correct. And
that's a problem.
And
that's one of the reasons why Dan Mullen's not here anymore.
That is correct. And so, but I'll be interested to see how they play.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Will Florida beat? Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Utah is your question.
No.
Okay.
No. 3 of their first 4.
Okay.
Are Utah,
Yep.
Kentucky,
Yep.
and Tennessee.
Okay.
At the quarter pole,
Okay.
how many wins will the Gators have?
And USF.
South Florida is the third one at Florida.
I will say they will beat South Florida.
Okay.
They will lose at Tennessee.
Okay.
I know this 18 out of 19, but I don't think they're going to win up there.
Bite your tongue.
I know.
Englewood High School. Terrible.
I think 3-1.
3-1.
I do. What do you think?
This is the Gator. This is the Gator expectation.
But I think Utah's coming in there. It's going to be 7,000 degrees.
It's at night.
I think they're going to win the game. I think they're going to beat Utah, who's going to be ranked 8th. By the way,
Utah is a very trendy Final Four pick.
But if you looked at
with a veteran quarterback,
the line's a point.
Okay, I know.
Okay,
I know.
Okay, news bulletin for you.
Yeah.
You know those Sharks are smart. So it's going to be a close game.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody, by the way,
game is in Gainesville.
Game week, everybody will be on Utah.
Yeah, I agree. But the Kentucky game's in Gainesville.
Yes, it is.
You answer the same question. I go 3-1.
I asked you. That's why I asked you.
You're ducking.
No. I think there's a real strong possibility Florida football's 2-2 after that.
Me too. They're not going to be 1-3. They're going to get one of those games. The question is, do they get a second one? They're not going to sweep them. I don't think they're going to look.
Not going to be 4-0.
Yeah, I don't think they're going. Tennessee, I do think is going to be pretty good. I think they hired the right coach. I think that guy's pretty good, Josh Heupel. I think they play fast. Hendon Hooker's back. I think they're going to be pretty good.
We got some veterans back there.
Yeah.
On defense in the backfield. That I think some guys who've played a lot.
Yeah, you're right.
I think we can. I don't think.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Hendon Hooker is.
Yeah. Torrance is a good player. Jason Marshall might be a really good player.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I don't know if they have a lot of Travis Johnson is
Trey Dean back for his 12th year?
I think Trey Dean, and I think it's 12.
Yeah.
And I think he is back. And I think
Trey Dean is back for another year.
Yeah, but I do. We'll see. I think the team, they're so intriguing.
We don't lose to Tennessee, Frank Frangie.
What?
We don't lose to Tennessee.
I'm with you, bro. Hey, I want to come on this podcast the week after Florida's won 31-17.
You ever heard of a guy named?
You tell me how.
Let me ask you a question, Frank.
Okay.
You ever heard of a kid named Treon Harris?
I have.
All right. And you ever heard of a kid named Austin Kicker Harden?
Who hit the line drive, the 10-9 line drive?
You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Those two guys?
By the way, that ball is about 8 feet off the ground the whole way.
All right. Now
it went through. I think maybe the only kick he made in his career.
Now,
he was 1 for 37
now
in his
let me ask you a question.
That's what he made.
Did those two gentlemen go up to Tennessee and beat the Vols with Champ coaching them?
Austin Harden with the 10-9 win. That was beautiful.
50 plus.
Yeah, 51-yarder. And the only team in the world he was going to make that against was Tennessee. It was tremendous. I'm still scarred from 01. I don't know what you say. I'm still scarred from
01, Frank, was 21 years ago.
I do know that.
Let those scars go.
Yeah, okay. So, but I do think them. All right, let's talk. I want to get to one other topic before we wrap up the podcast.
I like the podcast. It's nice to see you again.
Good to see you. So I was thinking about this a lot.
Okay.
Kevin O'Sullivan. Hang on. Billy Donovan.
Yes.
Urban Meyer.
Yes.
Steve Spurrier.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they had about them?
What?
A freaking edge. They had an edge to them.
Okay.
If you beat them, they were freaking pissed.
Okay.
You agree with that?
Yeah.
Can we get that back? Will Napier, Golden, whoever I mean, you with
two different guys.
Yeah, I know, but you're with me on that. I mean,
yeah.
that nasty, pissy, as good a guy as Billy
I could see Billy Napier stone-faced after an L, not happy.
Yeah, I mean...
because we didn't tackle.
Yeah.
Okay?
I mean, you see what I mean?
It's a simple game.
I mean,
I could see that.
That freaking edge, man, you know?
I could see that.
That's what I want back.
I hope so.
That just... I mean, there's not... The ball coach...
Yeah.
He hated it. That losing when the ball coach lost.
We don't need any references to Clarabelle.
Yeah, I'm just no. That's right. I don't want to be giggly.
No giggly.
I want something. Anyways, I
like that.
But I want to know how you felt. I'm serious question.
No, I think that's a fair question. I don't know enough about. I think I see a clenched jaw from Billy Napier.
Yeah.
Todd Golden, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Jury's out on him. For me.
And that doesn't mean there won't be good coaches.
No.
But I mean that freaking is all right. So
I don't see him more in that, but maybe I don't know. Mike White was not that way.
No, you never got. By the way, all we know is what we see outwardly.
Yeah.
Because but
fair.
You
That's
don't see that.
Kudos to Kevin O'Sullivan.
Yes.
For look, I got to hit this portal thing. I don't know how to do it.
And didn't do it last year.
Didn't do it.
Just one guy, right?
Now he's done it.
Yeah.
And he got himself a big time pitcher.
Yeah.
He's got a starter for weekend series
and a big hit, and he got a couple hitters too.
Yeah.
No question. He got the Southern Miss kid as the pitcher. Yeah. Before we go,
okay.
Sean Kelly,
3-1. He's got him.
Yeah. Sean Kelly.
Yeah.
The new play-by-play voice.
Why are you asking me this?
I wonder what you think.
Well, because here's what I think, and I'm going to say this with all due respect. They don't care.
Okay.
Once the peeps hear him excited about Florida, they don't care. They'll love him.
Okay.
And he's good.
Yeah.
He's very good.
Yeah.
But I care.
Yeah.
In the respect that, and again, I didn't apply for the job.
Right. Neither did I, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
You would be more.
I had a lot of people call me, say, "Did Florida reach out? Did you reach out?"
Yeah.
I didn't have interest in the job. I got a really good job.
Nobody reached out to me.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, I wish they would have hired a Florida guy.
Yeah.
That's my only thing.
Right.
I think the same with FSU.
I hear you.
I really wish, and if Florida,
I get that.
We have a proud school.
Right.
So and you can't tell me, I can name names, but I won't, but you can't tell me there are not 5 great candidates who have graduated from the University of Florida who, and my only reason why, Frank, is he's going to know the periphery, but he's not going to know the Wilbur Marshall USC story, Frank.
Right. And
he's not going to know. I mean, you know what I mean? He's not going to know the Clifford Lett and and
well, that's why I asked you.
So that's just my own personal feeling.
Yeah.
Is I wish, and he'll love it. And he'll be great at it.
Right.
And he's got great pipes.
Yeah.
And we got Shane doing it with him, so I'm cool with that. I love the Gator family. That's all.
Yeah.
And he'll be part of the family.
And I think he seems like a nice guy. And I'm like you. I think he'll do just fine. The one guy and I'm kidding. I had a lot of people say, "Are you interested, or have they reached out?" I'm 63.
Yeah.
My recommendation for them would be hire a guy that's going to do football, basketball. I've not done a lot of basketball.
Yeah.
Who's 30, whatever. No. Sean's 50, and have him do it for 30 years.
Yeah.
The one guy I thought that would get him play is Mike Morgan. Do you know Mike?
I don't know him, but I know of him.
He's very good.
And he probably was in play.
Yeah. And I talked to Mike a few times.
Okay.
He was in play.
Yeah.
But he's very good.
Yeah.
Florida guy.
Yeah.
And loves the Gators.
That's what I mean.
The only reason I thought, but I'm with you. I think Sean Kelly seems like a good dude. He's going to be a good broadcaster. Yeah. But I would have thought, and I had similar and I had similar feelings. I thought if it was close, that would have broken a tie.
Yeah.
So for both schools. And speaking
of
FSU,
question.
It's a Florida podcast, not an FSU one.
Yeah.
But I wanted my guy Tom Block to get that one.
So did I.
Tom has been there for so long.
He deserved it.
He did, and I really wanted my guy Tom to get it. All right, that's all things. Good to see you again.
You too.
You're looking good in the summer.
Having a good time. Good.
Having a good time vacationing, are you? What are you doing?
Not enough vacation.
Not enough.
I don't. The travel stuff's not vacation to me.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's cool.
Travel baseball.
Because
your kid plays baseball.
Plays a little baseball.
All right. That's All Things Gators. Dan Hicken and Frank Frangie.
Yes, and thank you, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, se-ortho.com, the very best in the business for your orthopedic needs. Frank, have a good week. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay.